Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case, Trial in Time, Case 49, A Slice of Death. Let's all chapter 3 and an explosion happened right behind us. Boom! Katrina, what was that? You're right, it sounded like there was an explosion on the mountain. Someone could be hurt. We need to go back up there and make sure everything's okay. Okay, let's go. Hello? Is everybody okay? Katrina, what's all this shouting about? We heard an explosion from the bottom of the mountain and we wanted to make sure no one was hurt. Oh, ha ha ha, that's just the miners blowing off the rocks. You get used to it when you lived here a while. Oh, that was just nothing. Now, I'll just pour some green tea. Have some with me. It'll help calm your nerves. Maybe later. Thanks, Ome-san. Katrina, I guess that was a false alarm. Well, it really was a false alarm. But you're right. Since we're at the tea house where the victim went before he died, we should take another look around it. Okay? Oh yeah, Japanese drawings. It's you facing death and getting sliced in half. Not a bad art, I must say. God damn it. Go on. Just go on. Katrina, I'm no expert, but doesn't the design of this chest look more Mongolian than Japanese? We should open it. And what's the faded message on this piece of paper about? Let's recover it. Come on, Katria. Real close to catching the Shogun's killer. I just know it. Okay. Alright, let's dust the paper. Oh, that's a sword blueprint. Katria, there's a sketch of a katana on this paper. And a message saying, Shogun, you owe me for this. You're right, the sword maker we met wouldn't stop boasting about making the Shogun's a sword. He must have written this note. It seems that either the Shogun never paid for his katana, or he didn't pay enough. We should ask the sword maker about it. Yeah. Alright, let's now unlock the chest. What's this? I have no idea what that weird cylinder in the chest is, Katrina. But at least we were right in thinking the box looked Mongolian, because there's definitely Mongolian writing on it. Let's see if Orlando can help unlock the mystery of this strange cylinder. Okay. Okay, now let's go talk to your Shibune. Katria, have you finally seen the merits of commissioning a katana from me? No, but we found this sketch you made of the katana the Shogun commissioned from you. What did you mean by you owe me for this? Oh, what an embarrassing affair. Mortifying even. The fact is, a man hired me to make him a sword the likes of which the Japanese Empire has never seen. I was honored and pleased about the price such a weapon would fetch. But when I presented it to him, he acted like it was a gift. The only compensation I got was the supposed privilege of sharing a pot of insipid green tea with his wife. So the Shogun thought the katana was a gift? But you still asked him for money, didn't you? Only after I overheard him boasting about the magnificent sword he'd managed to get for free. The Shogun swindled me intentionally, Katrina. I was furious. Yoshimune, did this make you furious enough to murder the Shogun in revenge? Oh no, I may make katanas, but I never use one to commit murder in cold blood. It could be the wife, or it could be you as well. What's this strange cylinder about? Hey Orlando, any idea what that weird cylindrical object we sent you was? It's a prayer wheel, Katrina. Monks used to chant and meditate. Ah, right. Usually it's a great spiritual mantras, but not in the case of the one you sent me. Instead it says in Mongolian, your next target, the Shogun. Finish him. Oh dear. Wait, what? So this prayer wheel is actually an instruction to kill the Shogun? Yes, indeed. As it is written in Mongolian, it must have been meant for that Mongolian monk you met. You're right, Katria. We aren't to seem all about non-violence, but could he be an assassin? Let's confront him about his instruction to kill the Shogun. Yeah, you're not so peaceful, right? Are you the killer? Katrina, I've been chanting mantras to the White Snake Goddess to grant karmic peace to the dead Shogun. Oh, really? Where were you to sit in a mantra on the prayer wheel telling you to finish the man? A mantra? About finishing the Shogun? I understand nothing. Come on, Buyantu, it was written in Mongolian. And you're the only Mongolian living here. So, stop the peace-loving act and admit that you killed the Shogun. How could you think something so distressing? The only aggressive act I can be accused of is practicing Kenjutsu. And I only do that because it helps me stretch better in yoga. What's more, I'm certainly not the only Mongolian living here, don't you know? Ome-san, the owner of the mountaintop tea house, she's half Mongolian. Oh. What? Tea house lady is half Mongolian? Exactly. So the message you mentioned must have been meant for Ome, not little old me. Katria, we didn't find the prayer wheel near Ome's tea house. Maybe it was sent to her. Let's go talk to Ome, Katrina. Buyantu, you better not be sending us on a wild goose chase. You didn't tell us the whole truth, Ome. So, do tell. Back so soon, Katrina. Did you get frightened by the biters blowing up rocks again? No. No, this time we are here about this prayer wheel message in Mongolia we found near your tea house. Telling someone to kill the Shogun. Oh, how shocking. It was very clever of you having this order written on a prayer wheel. You must have known everyone would lay the blame on the Mongolian monk. But you never counted on us finding out that you're half Mongolian, did you? Alright, you really must know, I was indeed the one ordered to kill the Shogun. This tea house business was just a front so I could keep an eye on Yoshinobu. The Great Khan always knew Japan might become a problem, and indeed he sent word for me to kill the Shogun a few days ago. Ha, Katria, it's the first time a killer confessed so soon. Let's arrest... Wait! I never said I actually murdered the man. Okay, they wanted the assassination to be a stealth mission, not an open act of war, so a sword was out of the question. I went for poison instead. But how was I to know the Japanese dead cat mushrooms are not as potent as Mongolian variety? All my brother attempt did was give the Shogun a stomachache. Well, Obe, you better hope we don't find proof that you gave the Shogun something more serious than a stomach ache. Okay, I really thought for a moment that the killer was confessing, but no, we're just gonna go with arresting the killer like we do in all cases. Right, Katrina, who'd have thought that the little tea house lady would turn out to be an assassin sent to Japan by Ogedei Khan? She claims to have failed in her attempt to poison the Shogun, but who knows whether she's lying about finally killing him in a more bloodthirsty way. Then there's Yoshimura, the sword maker. Did not being paid for his priceless sword make him angry enough to murder our victim? And the Mongolian monk still insists he's all about peace and love, but I learned to take everything our suspects say with a pinch of salt. I agree, Katria. We're just a sword's edge away from finding out who sliced our victim in two. So let's make a final sweep of the temple gardens. Okay. Here's the murder weapon. Where are the plums? You know what, I'm just gonna repeat it. Katria, I found a bloodstained katana. We have our murder weapon. There's some cream on the handle, which the killer must have touched. We need a sample of it. Now we better reassemble these broken bits of porcelain right away too. Come on, Katria, our time is running out to catch our body-slashing killer. Alright, let's collect something from the katana handle. Oh, katanas look so cool. Katana is my favorite sword, if you want to know. Let's set the creepy sauces for the murder weapon straight to Tio, Katrina. Alright, let's now reassemble whatever that is. Oh, it's the white snake, and we know that the killer prays to white snake goddess. Whoever she is. That broken porcelain was actually a figurine in the shape of a white snake, Katrina. We haven't seen any figurines like this in the temple, so our white snake worshipping killer must have brought it here. Theo will be able to pick out any useful evidence from this figurine. We decided to him stat. Okay. What's this white cream? Katrina, I never cease to be amazed by how advanced medieval Asia was when it came to alternative medicine. Well, they were advanced, so that's great, Theo, but we are more interested in the creamy substance our killer left on the murder weapon. But that's just it! The cream your killer left behind is an example of Kampo, a Japanese traditional medicine. The desired effect of the cream is to protect moles from strong sunlight. Okay, I did notice some moles in our suspects, so... Which means you're looking for a murderer with a mole. Well, there won't be much sun exposure to damage the killer's mole when we lock them up, Katrina. Okay. And another thing I noticed on our suspects is that 3 of them have hats. So is that going to be it? Katria, the snake figurine you found is definitely your killer's because I found many traces of the victim's blood on it. So Katria's hunch was right. Did the figurine reveal anything else about the Shogun's killer? Yes, there were also fine strands of straw stuck to the snake statue. This straw had been treated with a resin to make it rigid and waterproof. In other words, he had fallen off a straw hat, which means your killer is wearing one. The killer won't be able to hide behind the straw hat when we find them, Katrina. Well, who's going to be? I think it's a samurai. We got all the evidence we need to catch the Shogun's killer, Katrina. Let's go grab them before they take a stab at anyone else. Yeah, let's go. Did you kill him for what you did for him? Because you killed people for Shogun? Is that what made you murder Shogun? Junpei Oyama, you said that being a samurai was all about honor, so why did you murder your Shogun in cold blood? How dare you make such unfounded accusations? There's nothing unfounded about them. We know that you snuck into the Shogun's bedroom in the dead of night and confronted him. You had a scuffle during which you yanked off his kimono belt. Then you grabbed his sword from his sheath and used your kenjutsu skills to slice him cleanly in half. And finally, in a fit of remorse, he ran to the temple and left an offering to the White Snake Goddess to beg forgiveness for your heinous actions. I suppose the only honorable thing to do now is to admit my crime. Yes, I killed the Shogun. But once you hear my reasons, Katrina, I'm certain you will agree that my actions were justified. Spill it out, dude. That's unlikely, but we are all ears, Mr. Oyama. The fact is, I've become tired of all the fighting and bloodshed. I no longer want to kill anyone, whether guilty or innocent. Instead, I decided I would live out the rest of my days as a quiet, peace-loving monk. But to do this, I had to ask the Shogun's permission to leave his employ, and he outright denied my wishes. I begged and I pleaded with him, but to no avail. He said I was the best killing machine he'd ever seen, and that he had plenty more battles for me to fight in. So finally I realized I had no choice. I had to murder the Shogun in order to save the hundreds of others I would have killed under his command. Junpei, I'm afraid that killing one person to potentially save the lives of others still constitutes murder. You will therefore be delivered to the Shogun's wife so that justice can be served. Okay, let's go. Junpei, how could a respectable samurai such as yourself murder your master? I did it for the greater good. I killed one person to save the lives of many. I think there will not be any further obstacles to your wish to become a monk, I'm sure. Now, I don't think I need to tell you what the punishment is for murder, do I? You do not. I shall meet my death with honor. Oh, he's going to die. Katrina, did the samurai imply he was going to kill himself? Quite possibly. Seppuku was a form of suicide practiced by samurai who had committed an offense. It was their way of dying with honor. I really hope that's not the fate of that poor man. But we can't do any more for him and it's time to return to our original objective. Getting Japan to help the Chinese against an imminent Mongol invasion. Yeah, it all got so complicated because the Shogun is dead. So we gotta go to his wife. We gotta persuade his wife to help us. Saying that she can be also a great shogun. Alright, we gotta stop here. We gotta continue playing the Art of War number 4. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!